Hello, friends. How are you doing today? Really? How are you? My name is Kirsty, and this is It Expired? Here is my disclaimer. As always, please don't use expired makeup. The beauty industry puts those expiry dates on their products for a reason. I just ignore them. That's on me. And that being said, if anything happens, I have no one to blame but myself. And I know that, and that's fine. But the reason I'm doing this is I have just been collecting, hoarding for far too long. And so I put every single makeup item I own into a spreadsheet. I use a random number generator. I can't say that fast apparently. And I pick 5 items. I use those for a week. I check on things like the texture, the scent, the performance. I do swatch tests. And if anything is wonky, those things get decluttered. Otherwise, those products get 5 to 6 days of love, and then they just go back into my collection in hopes that I will remember them and grab them and use them more, and one day, hopefully, use them up organically. So let's just backtrack to last week. Unfortunately, I didn't get any photos. No, weirdly, I didn't. It was a very busy week. I started getting sick towards the end, and then, yesterday was Saturday, and I caught up on some sleep. It was lovely, and I feel like $1,000,000 again, so I really just needed to get that extra rest. But during the week, it was definitely piling up on me, piling up on me. I was in bed by 8 o'clock every night, like the adult that I am, and I was struggling. I did wear makeup every day, so these things did get a ton of love. I just didn't get any visuals. It is what it is. Let's see what I grabbed last week. You know what? Let's start with this. This is my Stila lip glaze in the shade Glow, and I don't know. I think I actually got a fair bit of use on this. It stayed in my purse the whole week, so I would just reapply it constantly throughout the day at work, and I do think that there is a fair bit of use that happened during the week. So that's really exciting. This is 10 years old. It needs to get used and get out. And that is my goal for 2025 is to use at least, I would say 3 or 4 of these. I've already gone through 2 this year since I've started focusing on them. So I do totally believe that I can finish 4 more by the end of 2025. It's fine. These are super sticky, and that's like my one issue with them. I don't love the formula, but because I have like 14 of them, I just want to use them organically, especially since they are so old that at some point they are going to go. It's going to happen, so I might as well get rid of them while I can. Next here I have my Model's Own Sculpt and Glow Liquid Highlight. However, I do use this as more of a liquid bronzer because it is quite dark. This is in the shade Luster 03. From my understanding, Model's Own is no longer obtainable in North America. I'm not sure if the actual brand is kaput. This is probably 5 or 6 years old. I do really like it. As you can see, it does have a ton of use. It's about half empty at this point, so it is something I know I can use up organically. It's going home, and hopefully I can remember to grab it a little bit more in the future. This, okay, this is my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Neutral Brown. Oh gosh, that hurts my eyes. I hate these. I hate these so much. They don't do what I need them to do. I feel like even though it's in neutral brown, which logically should be way darker than I would need, they're not pigmented enough. They don't do enough. And it's not like I go super duper dark with my brows. They're not dark brown, they're not black, but this is so light that I feel like it just doesn't give the definition that I want in my eyebrows. It is my second one, so I know that I can use it, but I remember just disliking the first one as well. The only reason I have to is because they came in a 2-pack. I would not repurchase these moving forward. The tip is also like quite thick, so once you use the original sharpness that it comes with, it's very flat, very thick, and it's just awkward. I don't know. I am not a fan. And how did you get so dirty, you dirty, dirty girl? Okay. I've had a lot of caffeine today. So yes, this is probably only 2 years old, but let me tell you, I'm looking forward to getting it finished and getting it out. It is something that, I could just declutter, get rid of, pass on to someone else, but I don't have a ton of brow products, and I know that there's something that I can partner it with in order to get through it. So that's what I'm going to do. This is my Cover FX Power Play Foundation in the shade L2. This is brand new to my collection. I brought it in 2024, and I had never used it until I pulled it for this project, mainly because there are two foundations that I'm working on. One I have finished, but the other one I really, really want to get done before the end of 2024. There's only probably 10 to 15 uses left, so I'm kind of bummed that I was using this for the week, just due to the fact that I'm really pushing to finish that one, and so I'm going to move back to that one. And then honestly, loved this foundation. It is super natural looking. It's very light on the skin. It is more of like a tinted kind of, I mean, it's a foundation, but it's very light to medium coverage. It's not super heavy, but because my skin is incredibly dry, winter is here, winter is among us. I wake up with my eyes watering and hurting every single morning because it's so dry. My humidifier pumps out through the night, and by the morning it's empty. It can only go for like 8 hours because it's so dry in here. It goes through that water in 8 hours. It's ridiculous. But this did great on my incredibly dry skin. I really, really liked this. So I'm excited to use this again once I'm kind of finished the other one that I'm working on. And I know I have a million other foundations I could focus on, but oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how much I like this. And I think this has like reviews, like not great, but I feel like for dry skin, for lighter coverage, gorgeous. Loved it. Moving on. This is my Makeup Revolution I Heart Makeup Chocolate Love Palette. Just another branch in the Makeup Revolution brands. There are so many of them. I don't even know if I Heart Makeup is still a thing. I haven't looked at Revolution in a while, I'll be honest. I have a lot from them, and I know that they can be hit and miss, but pretty much everything I've gotten I like, I just don't love. This is a really good example. It's a beautiful palette for neutrals. How many neutral palettes do I have? About 70. Probably. I would say probably half of my palettes are neutrals. I did play a little bit with the dark blue and like the light pink, and I think I even like went in with the hot pink one day, but again, not a very photographable week. It just really wasn't. Between how dry it's been and my allergies, I have been a hot mess. So, I did really like playing with this. It's pretty. Like I said before, 7 out of 10. This is 6 years old or so, and it's just gonna go home. Okay, if you're wondering why the angle's different, why I have glasses on, well, it's because I filmed this, and then I went to go edit things, and hey, it had deleted one of my clips completely. So, we are still just moving on to this week. That's where I had ended things. I'm gonna go fight with my software later, I guess. I don't know, I'm not very happy about this. But let's get started with this week. So here is my Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in the shade Bad Mash. This is my absolute favorite Suva Beauty Hydra Liner. It is just this gorgeous mauvey purple metallic color, and I am obsessed with it. What I love about this is that I have been neglecting my Hydra liners, but this is an ideal one for me to start experimenting with for office-friendly looks, because it is neutral enough that I can get away with it, but it's still one of my Hydra liners, so I still get to play with it. This is from this year. I did purchase this earlier in 2024, so no worries there. Next here, that actually matches with that Hydra liner very well. This is my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Glistening Garnet. Now, honestly, I'm not 100% sure how old this is. Someone decluttered it to me 5 or 6 years ago, so it's probably like 6 to 8 years old, but it hasn't gotten a ton of love from me. So I am excited to use it. I did just kind of use it on the outer corner today, and yeah, it actually goes beautifully with the Hydra liner. They are so close there, so that's going to work really well, and I'm excited to use that for the week. Next here I have my Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Encourage. This again was a 2024 purchase, so very new to my collection. I had just purchased a few of the Rare Beauty products and wanted to try them out this year, so the brand is new to me, and it's been a really great experience. I really, really like these blushes. You just do a dot or two, and that's all you need. It will give you the color, it blends out beautifully, you don't have any patchiness, and I am really excited to keep using this for the week. Next here I have my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Ellarie. This is, I want to say 5 or 6 years old. I bought a set of these, and I am using up a lot of the lighter colors, but because I have 4 or 5 dark lip liners, it takes me a long time to go through these. I'll be honest, I don't do a dark lip super often, but 'tis the season, am I right? It's autumn, it's time for a dark, vampy lip, so I am looking forward to using this for the week, and just seeing what I can get used on it. I'm not going to get a ton, but a little love is better than none. And last year I have my MAC Cosmetics Maleficent lipstick in the shade True Love's Kiss. This is a beautiful blue tone red. I love it. This is something that has absolutely not gotten enough love. I've had this for probably 11 years. However, the lipstick in itself is in great condition. It's not falling out of the component. It might have a slight vanilla scent, but it's not off. The scent is not off at all. I don't know why I haven't used this more. I guess I have too many red lipsticks, and I don't actually wear a red lip that often, especially it's going to be interesting at the office. We'll see what happens, but I am really looking forward to using this. It needs more love. It is so old, and I do really, really like the color. It's just, I forget about it. It is what it is. So, I am excited to use this, and I think everything together is just quite pretty. I am looking forward to seeing kind of what I can bring in as companions, especially for the eyeshadow, so it's not just mauvey, purpley, and then the red lip. I want to branch out a little bit and see what I can kind of mix and match with, and hopefully get some photos this week. I make no promises. It depends if I wake up sneezing like I have been. Between the dryness and my allergies, I am a hot mess first thing in the morning. So we will see what happens. But with that, that's it. That's all. That's everything. And hopefully it doesn't delete this clip. We'll see what happens. But have yourselves a wonderful day, evening, weekend, journey. And I'll see you all next time.